How about you? I'm Hank. Welcome to Hamiltonville Farm. A lot of you know that we're flower farmers by trade. And if you didn't know that, you follow us on Facebook and you would know that we do flower farming. That's Hamiltonville Farm. And actually it's Black Barn Blossoms is the name of our flower business. But anyway, so today Gina's my wife, if you're first time to the channel. I make a lot of assumptions, and I shouldn't do that, I don't think, on the channel. But anyway, if you didn't know, Gina is my wife, and she runs the flower business. And she was like, "Hey, I got about 1,000 sunflower seeds extra that I need to do something with." And she was like, "Will you tell me a spot up to take care of that?" So I said, "Sure." And she wants me to do it right out there. Now, I do have other videos of me talking about a field that we have behind my left shoulder here. And I said, "Hey, we're going to plant this in sunflowers." But for the time being, what we're going to do is we're just going to do maybe 3 or 4 rows. I don't know, 80, 100 feet maybe. I don't know. Just enough to plant 1,000 sunflowers in. And she'll use that to harvest with that, to harvest the sunflowers from that field up there. Before we put the tiller on, though, I want to show you a product. I'm not sponsored by them. They're not paying me to say this. I got it from PTO Connect, and I want to show it to you. It's brand new. Haven't put it on yet. And so this supposedly is going to make my life easier to hook up my implements with. So I'm going to try it on my rototiller. So you take the implement, the collar, you slide this forward, and it separates, and now you have 2 pieces or whatever. This part attaches to your tractor with set screws. So this part will go on there and it stays on there. And then you can take this piece and it goes to your implement, and you can move it around from implement to implement, or you can buy additional pieces and use it and keep this one on the implement that you use. So you just, it is super, I mean, it's sitting in my hand. It's really, really easy. You push this little collar up, twist and turn, and they separate. Now how it's going to act on the tractor, I don't know. We're about to find out. So, and then when that's in place, you take this little plastic protecting rubber collar here, push that in there, and that's all there is to it. So let's put this on the tractor. Again, I'm not sponsored. They're not paying me, but I did tell them that I would mention their website, PTO Connect. I'll put it on the bottom of the screen here if you're interested in trying to make your life a little easier to hook up 3-point implements. Let's put it on the tractor, and then let's get down to the business part of this video. It does come with instructions here. So let's talk about the instructions and what you're going to need: retaining pliers and a 1/4-inch Allen wrench. You got a female adapter. Okay, you got the retaining pin on there. Allen screw figure 1. Tighten all the 3 set screws. Okay, got that. Insert the 3 retaining rings into the groove. Okay, and then female adapter is complete. All right, so let's put that on there. We're going to put it on here. I'll get it cleaned up. We'll put it on. What you've got is 3 set screws here. 1, and then you've got, 2 other ones here. So they're 1/4-inch Allen screws. So you're going to need the 1/4-inch Allen wrench. And then in the package, you're going to get these retaining clips or snap rings or whatever you call them, right? He even gives you an extra one in case you lose one. So there's 4 in there. So you're going to need these that come in the package, and then you're going to need a pair of snap ring pliers to assemble those with. Because what's going to happen is, and I'll show you this process, once you place this onto the tractor and set your set screws, then you take your snap rings or retaining rings and place them in the grooves that are where the set screws are. And that keeps those from, I assume that keeps them from working, or preventing the set screws from working their way loose, would be the idea behind that. Okay, let's get started. Get some of this excess dirt off here. One thing I would think you would need to be considerate of or cognizant of or aware of is whether or not this is going to extend your PTO shaft. So just be thinking about that, because if you have something that's already cut for like a quick hitch or something like that, this may affect the length of your PTO shaft. All right, so we've got the piece with the set screws off. I should probably put Let me put some grease on that. Hold on. Take me some. Oh man, there you go. I'll put some grease on it. I got some multi-purpose grease here with a slap head on there. Now we can put this on here. Once that's in place, take your 1/4 inch Allen wrench and just start tightening up the Allen screws or the set screws here. So this is the only the initial part of the setup here, and then after that it should be good to go. Tighten this one down. All right, now number 2. And this guy that makes this lives in Arizona, is the company. So a small business out of America, made in USA. Like I said, he's not paying me to do this, or it's not sponsored by him or whatever, but it would be pretty cool. But nonetheless, you know, we're not doing that. This is our own way of trying to help him get his name out here. Okay, so that's the 3 set screws. Let's put the retaining pins in there. I think Stony Ridge Farmer and Tony's Tractor Adventure, maybe GP Outdoors, I can't remember, but I think they all run some type of PTO connector in their on their PTO shafts as well. There we go. All right, so there's one. Get the other 2 put on. Definitely going to need a pair of snap ring pliers to get this done. There's 2. There's number 3. Okay, so that's it as far as the assembly. The rest of it is not, you know, nothing to it. So what I'll do is I'll just double check and make sure that they are indeed on. This little black retaining clip is just for like grease and dirt and stuff. So you take it with you. It just kind of protects the spring here. But I think all you do is slide this piece into the actual piece of the implement you're working on. So we're going to use the tiller. So let's try the tiller. Slide it up in here. Push my collar on my PT. Oh yeah, that's going to extend. And I'm going to have to take this off when I put it on the tractor itself. But look how much that extends your PTO shaft. That's probably 4 to 5 inches. So you have to be cognizant about that. But anyway, let's put the pallet forks on. Let's get the tiller off. And let's get tilling up here. All right, so we got the implement hooked up to the tractor. Now we got to connect this PTO here. Let's see. Take off this plastic ring here. Here, take this off. You just pull this collar back, and supposedly you push it forward. All right, let's see. What's it hitting on here? There it goes. Okay, well, it's not quite lining up right off the bat, so let me take it off. Oh, I see. My fault. Totally my fault. There it goes. Okay, there we are. That was totally operator error, not piece of the equipment error. And slap this on here to protect it here. And there she is. And I don't have to, thank goodness, I don't have to adjust my PTO shaft. But yeah, this right here, back in this piece, it turns, and I wasn't turning it, so the grooves were not lining up. So that was totally my fault, not the part of the equipment. So now let's see how it actually does with the equipment operating. All right, I'll get this camera turned on so that it has a good view. Get it recording, and I'll put the tiller down so you can see, and I'll start the PTO. You can see how it reacts there, and then we'll start tilling. Alright, I'm going to throttle down to about 1,000 RPMs. Pull my PTO lever up. Engage the PTO. Okay, so she's turning. Let's see how she tills. I'm going to keep that window down, actually. First gear, low range. Here we go. Go do me another row. I won't tell you about those humps right there. You know, even though I've gotten, 500 hours in a tractor now, I still make rookie mistakes. I looked back at my tiller and it was cockeyed, and I was like, what in the world? Well, my 3-point arms are telescopic, and I forgot to reset them in the holes, or the pins, I guess you'd say. The slots. You know how the slots travel on telescopic arms? Well, knucklehead over here forgot to put it back in, so I had to stop and turn my PTO off, back up, get it set, locked into place, and then do it again. Okay, I'm going to do this as safe as possible. You never want to be too close to a rotating PTO shaft here. Sounds okay, looks okay. I haven't seen any major issues yet. So it looks like it's doing all right. I come down here to get my camera and it was pointed like this, so I don't know how much footage I don't know how much footage you guys are going to get of that. And I don't see anything like loose or anything, so everything still looks to be okay. And we did 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. That's probably 75 feet, maybe something like that. So anyway, we'll have some sunflowers here. I need to call Mama and see if that's what she wants, if that's long enough for her, or if she needs me to go more rows, because I don't want to I try not to get into the grass. This is where they set up a processor when we harvested pine trees, so there's still pine bark everywhere. I've got this place almost looking like I want it, and now we're gonna put sunflowers in it. But like I said, that PTO Connect is seems like it's gonna be a good product for me. seems like it's going to make, I'll try it on my bush hog next. I'll take it off this, I'll put it on my bush hog, because I don't use the tiller all that much, but I use the bush hog, you know, I'll use it for the rest of the summer. So I think it's really going to help me out as far as the time consumption for putting on the bush hog and taking it back off. So anyway, if you want to check them out, I will leave the website out there. Like I said, not sponsored, not paid for, anything like that. But I did want to, I told the guy, you know, that I would try to, you know, he's a one-man shop from what I understand, and maybe two at the most. So I said, yeah, man, I'll show your product off, and and then I'll keep you updated whether or not I like it, or if I don't like it, or if and there's several options out there, right? There's PTO Connect, PTO adapters, PTO links, all kind of stuff like that. So this might be one you're interested in. Take a look at it, and if it's so, you know, check it out. Anyway, all right, well, thanks for tagging along. I appreciate you guys. God bless.